I know how wrong things can go if a car gives you more confidence than you deserve. And this car is just a king of giving you confidence, telling you all the time, everything's fine, don't worry. But everything's not fine. This is not a normal car review. This is steering feel review, my series where I focus exclusively on the steering of cars, because I believe cars that steer well are special and should be celebrated more. Today, I'm in a Mk7.5 VW Golf GTI with a manual box that I'm really excited to drive. A massive thank you to Charlie, who's driven this car hundreds of miles for me to review today. I cannot express how much you guys mean to me, so thank you. Genuinely. If you would like to see your car on Steering Feel Review, there's links in the description to send me an email or an Instagram DM. This car has a wheelbase of 2,623 millimeters. The steering rack is a variable ratio from 9.5 to 14 to 1, which is pretty average to incredibly quick. And that's a mechanical system that works based on how much you turn the wheel. It's continuously variable. Really interesting. One thing to note is that all Golf Mk7, 7.5, including both the GTI and the R, all have the same steering rack, same steering design. So all of those cars will steer identically to this. I have a standard test list of things I test for steering feel, and at the end, I'll give you a conclusion that gives you my thoughts on the overall car, as well as a score for spirited driving and a score for normal driving. Let's get out on the road, starting with spirited driving. Mk7.5 GTI. She's got a bit of poke. See if it inspires confidence. The brakes inspire confidence. Oh, that's way slower than I could go. Definitely inspires confidence. I don't tend to go this quickly straight away in a car, but this thing hooks, man. I love this corner. I was really worried about this video. I like these cars, and a lot of people like these cars, and they're good cars. My job here is to be honest and tell you guys what the steering feel is like.
Directness is a measure of how responsive the steering is, how quickly the car turns when you turn the steering wheel.
I would say it's averagely direct. There's a little bit of slop. Just that much is starting to wiggle us. It's okay. It's not razor sharp or anything. It's also not the worst I've driven. When you're actually in a corner, it's a little more direct, and it feels like changes in the steering affect your line more. Like right here, tighten, it tightens, loosen, it loosens. Yeah, that's quite direct once you're in a corner. But electric racks are always direct, aren't they? This is the problem. Electric racks doing electric direct things. Nobody's surprised that this is direct. Let's get on to the downsides.
Weight is all about how light or heavy the steering is, and how that changes the harder you turn the steering wheel.
This is a very light steering rack. Now, I have a thing for light steering racks. I've said this before. I feel like a light steering can give you more feel. Only in this case, it doesn't. It's just kind of light all the time. You turn into the corner, there's just like the slightest hint of resistance or weighing up, but it's not really doing it. It's just like, it's a modern car, man. I'm steering through air. I'm just turning the wheel. There's not a lot of resistance. I'm really disappointed because the rest of the car is so good. It's really fun. I've enjoyed the little bit of spirited driving that I've just done. But the steering is not communicating. It's numb. It's dead. This corner here always is a great test of weighing up because it's going quite slowly and you need a lot of angle. Nothing. It's just like turning it through air. I'm just going to try the steering in sport mode to see if that's any better. Let's feel it. There's a little bit more weight in sport mode. I'm going to go against the grain here. I prefer sport mode steering. It's still not great. It feels disconnected, but at least it doesn't feel disconnected and airy. It's so artificial, this weight. It has no bearing on what the front wheels are doing, but at least it feels a bit solid. This car has an electronic front differential, and I was really hoping that would come into play for the weighting of the steering. If it's doing something, I can't feel it. You do not feel the feedback from it in the steering like the cars I've driven with real mechanical differentials.
Texture is all about the feeling of the road. The best cars will tell you exactly how much grip you have as you're driving.
Oh, guys, it's not good news. The texture in Sport and Normal feels pretty much identical. There is next to no texture in this steering. Modern electric rack, it just giving me nothing. My hands might as well not be on the wheel. I was going quite hot through one of the corners and the front left started to just get a little bit out of shape, but the chassis told me that, not the steering. That's unforgivable. I'm actually exceeding limits and the steering is still not feeding that back to me. When a car doesn't have texture, you're gonna have these moments when you're driving spiritedly and things catch you off guard. The car is giving you confidence, it's saying there's nothing wrong, but in fact, there is something wrong. The road surface is a bit loose, there's a bit of gravel, there's a bit of water. But if the car is not communicating that to you, it can be very sketchy when you start trying to push and drive a bit faster. It will artificially give you more confidence, but then you'll have more of those moments when it goes wrong. It's not nice. A car that has texture will pre-warn you, Mick, this is not a good idea. And as a result, you can drive more safely while driving fast.
Let's talk about normal driving.
This is the benchmark for cars for a reason. And in my head, when I'm talking about the scores, I always say a 5 out of 10 is what a Golf would drive like. I'm thinking of a Mk7.5 Golf. Because I've spent quite a lot of time in a Mk7 Golf and it's a reference point for me. This 7.5 Golf is better. The steering around town is lighter, it's more accurate, it's just wonderful. It takes no effort to keep this car going straight. It takes no effort to get this car around corners and to dodge potholes and to deal with traffic and to do anything you might possibly want to do, which cannot be said for sporty cars that have hydraulic steering and are really sporty feeling and give you a lot of feedback on spirited drives. They're often pigs around town or they're pretty average around town. I'm trying to decide if this car is like luxury car daily driving levels, and I think it's in the ballpark. I think it might be. It's telepathic that the car goes where I want it to go. There's no resistance, there's no difficulty, at no point has it annoyed me. How does the steering self-center? Absolutely perfectly. I actually had to stop it because I was going to drive into the curb, it self-centered so quickly. And unlike most cars, even right here at like 10 miles an hour, the steering doesn't get heavier with lock like this. A lot of cars right here at these speeds, it's very difficult for the power steering to keep the steering feeling light. This car, no such issues. What is this car like to park? That may well have been the easiest parking steering I've ever driven, or at least on Steering Feel Review. So light, so easy, so effortless. It even self-centers, like, aggressively. So nice for daily driving, so nice. What is a Mk7.5 GTI like on motorways and highways? You don't even need a downshift, you can just roll into throttle at 60. This is what this car was built for. German cars drive a certain way because the Autobahn exists. They have to make cars that are stable at 100, at 120. And when a car's stable at that speed, you can best believe it's going to be stable at 72. There's a little bit more weighting at these speeds than there was at 50 to 60 when I was doing the spirited drives. This car just feels bomb-proof out here. A little bit of dead zone for going straight. Rock solid. You don't need two hands. You could probably drive this with a single finger out here. Super stable, not nervous. This is probably the most solid feeling car I've tested yet. The RX-8 I did was actually very good. This is even better. Clearly built to do distance. I've got to add as well, the quietest car I've tested in terms of wind and just road noise. So nice for traveling long distances. Before I do the scores, conclusions. This is a wonderful vehicle. It's such a nice car. I think even for me that likes steering feel, I would buy this car to drive every day. It's so quiet, so comfortable, so nice. The interior is wonderful. Everything just feels good. The seats are wonderful. The engine makes loads of power. This gearbox is really good. It feels nice. And it's a manual in a little hot hatch, which should be commended. The tech is really good. You can have your map in the display, but not Google Maps, but that's still nice to have. Also, it's a Golf, so it's built for German people. So if you're 6'3", like this car's owner, you can actually fit in here comfortably. But steering feel. I'll give you the score for spirited driving first. This is a 4 out of 10. The directness is the only redeeming quality. The weighting is light, disconnected, and weird. There is no texture. It's a VW Audi product from the modern world. It's an electric steering rack. It has all these disadvantages. I think we all knew this is what it was going to be. I will add, this car is actually really fun to drive spiritedly. The chassis communicates and the engine is good and the rest of the car is really good, especially with a manual box. It is quite fun to hustle. It just doesn't tell you anything through here. What about normal driving? This is the best car I've tested yet for normal driving. I genuinely think this is in the realm of like luxury cars. Those cars have even lighter steering at lower speeds and are a touch more stable at high speeds. But this is really not far off. It's excellent for normal driving. 7.5 normal driving score, the highest I've ever given anything. Really impressive. So for once, it was exactly what we all thought it was going to be. But at least it's nice to have the numbers on paper. YouTube thinks you're really going to enjoy this video next, but I think if you like steering feel review, check out the steering feel review playlist which I've recently created, which has every steering feel review. My name's Mick, I drive cars, peace.